Hello creatives! In this video, I'll share with you 10 things you must sacrifice if you want to be rich quickly and live a successful life. True richness is not a product of wishful thinking. For you to be super rich and successful, you must sacrifice some things along the way. This is how Kevin O'Leary puts it. Working 24 hours a day isn't enough anymore. You have to be willing to sacrifice everything to be successful, including your personal life, your family life, maybe more. So if you were wondering what the price of true wealth is, you now have the answer. It's called sacrifice, and we'll look at 10 things you have to give up first if you want to get rich quick. You cannot believe what occupies numbers 9 and 10. I'm sure you weren't expecting that. But before then, if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel and continue receiving great videos like this one. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get informed every time I publish a life-changing video. Here we go. 1. Sacrifice sleep. It's a known fact that most successful executives and business owners wake up early. Apple CEO Tim Cook, for example, wakes up at 4:30 a.m. and works late. Usually, he's the first to get to work and the last to leave. Mind you, he's not the only one. Unilever CEO Paul Pullman, Brooklyn Nets CEO Brett Yormark, and Disney chairman Robert Iger are other early risers and late workers. So, why do they sacrifice something as precious as sleep when they are already successful? Well, they understand Eric Thomas's words. You can't sleep. Broke people sleep. You gotta be willing to sacrifice sleep. If you sleep, you may miss the opportunity to be successful. King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, said, "A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man." The takeaway: you cannot make money in bed. You have to get out of it and embrace the opportunities lying ahead. Number 2. Sacrifice health. Sleep is not the only thing that you sacrifice that could impact your health negatively. Also, working late hours means overworking your brain and body, so you'll feel tired and may even get sick along the way in the name of looking for riches. It's a price that you have to pay to get rich quickly. The bright side is that you won't have to work that tirelessly and sleep deprived once you get rich. If you have to, then you'll have the financial muscles to get the best therapist. Don't get me wrong, this does not mean that you should throw care out of the window and deprive your body all of life's necessities. It's important that you take care of yourself during this phase because you're only as good as your health, and you can only achieve maximum productivity when your body functions properly. The takeaway: sacrificing your health for richness is typical for the rich. However, your sacrifice pays dividends in the long run. 3. Sacrificing family life. Do you know that the wealthiest people don't marry early? At least not in their 20s. A perfect example is WhatsApp co-founder Jim Coombe, who's worth $10.1 billion. At 44, Mr. Coombe is still single, and you wonder what he's waiting for. Marriage is a commitment that most rich people are not ready to give into. They would rather look for money and make enough money before they can start a family. Kids and a spouse require undivided attention, and that may be hard if you're trying to get rich quickly. On the bright side, however, having a family can make you work harder for them. Just don't expect to get richer quicker, as you'll divide your attention. The takeaway: sometimes you have to delay starting a family to secure their financial future first. Number 4. Sacrifice flashy objects. Which woman doesn't like expensive jewelry, shoes, and clothes? Which man doesn't want the most expensive watch, a sleek car, or the latest smartphone? You guessed right, none of them. But does it mean that you should spend all your money on a flashy purchase just because you can afford it? Or does it mean that you should go into debt to buy things that you don't even need to impress other people? Of course not, and that's why Will Rogers warns, Too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want to impress people that they don't like. My view is that you should first save up or invest before you start buying flashy things. The takeaway: as Dave Ramsey says, if you will live like no one else, later you can live like no one else. You can give up jewelry and other flashy objects for now to enjoy them for longer later. Number 5. Sacrifice toxic friends. Socially, there's little room to keep friends when you're trying to secure your financial future. You'll come to realize that some friends are holding you back when they should be pushing you forward. So, what do you do with those friends? You drop them as the relationship is toxic to your get-rich-quick goal. Rich people have a small inner circle. Yes, they might have millions of followers on social media, but very few of those translate to confidants. You need people with you who can exchange ideas, share experiences, and support and motivate each other. In all honesty, that may not be your old friend. You may have to make new friends, and so that means sacrificing your old buddies. The takeaway: remember Thomas J. Watson's words. Don't make friends who are comfortable to be with. Make friends who will force you to lever yourself up. 6. Sacrifice your income. No one likes hearing this, but it takes a lot of saving and investing to become financially free. You have to start saving the little income you receive so that you can become financially disciplined. According to Warren Buffett, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. You have to take out a part of your income and put it into a business, and when the business makes you returns, you have to reinvest. That should continue until you start growing your net worth. The takeaway: by sacrificing your income today, you invest in your future. Sooner or later, the sacrifices will pay off. 7. Sacrifice your time. Generally, it takes up to 10 years for someone to attain financial success. During that window, you have to sacrifice your social life, and so positive memories are few. Indeed, you will not get lost time back, but what you may get is enough money to keep your loved ones happy for the rest of their lives. So, you're sacrificing your time so that they can have a better future. Interestingly, the less successful people would rather have a good time than sacrifice for their financial growth. So, there's a clear difference between the rich and the poor. If I can borrow the words of Robert Kiyosaki, the only difference between a rich and a poor person is how they use their time. The takeaway: becoming rich sometimes means giving up a few good years for a more prosperous future. It means getting some work done when others are sleeping or partying. Number 8. Sacrifice comfort. We all want a big house, a private jet, and the latest, most luxurious car, don't we? Well, people like Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, and Mark Cuban, who have private jets today, had to make sacrifices. You cannot buy the most expensive items each time you get money. Sometimes you have to give up on the present living comforts to make a more fulfilling future. I like the words that David Krieger uses. Occasionally in this life, we must give up or lose the things that we want to get the things that we really need. Most rich people go through the hibernating phase, when you cut down on living comforts for a while for a greater goal. The takeaway: it doesn't hurt that much to sacrifice a few comforts. On the contrary, it means the opportunity to enjoy them more and longer in the future. Number 9. Stop watching TV. Do you know that Bill Gates reads about 50 books annually? Warren Buffett, on the other hand, reads about 50 pages daily. Mind you, these two guys are among the top 5 wealthiest people globally, but they can afford to read often. While less successful people stay glued to the TV, these tycoons are somewhere in their homes or office reading. Do you know why? They understand that TV is distracting and doesn't add any value to their lives like books do. No wonder Zig Ziglar argues rich people have small TVs and big libraries, and poor people have small libraries and big TVs. The takeaway: you stand to gain more by reading financial and inspirational books than watching TV. 10. Drop your pride. Pride never gets anyone anywhere. As the old saying goes, pride precedes a fall. So if you want to succeed and become rich, you have to be humble and take on whatever life throws your way until you flourish. Whether it's to work as a waiter, sing at local joints, or look after the old, do what you have to do to make money. Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, for example, first worked as a salesman, but look at him now. He is estimated to be worth $4.3 billion, something that not even he could have visualized. The idea is to focus on your goal, and if you have to drop your pride to draw close to it, so be it. The takeaway: don't hesitate to sacrifice your pride if the returns are worth it. Pride only creates a barrier around you and may make it harder to reach your goals. In conclusion, the route for financial success is paved with sacrifices that you have to make. So don't expect to live normally and enjoy everyday things when your end goal is getting richer quicker. Some things have to change, and it starts with what I've shared in this video. I know this video was exciting and you loved it. Check out these other exciting videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're definitely missing out. See you in the next one.